Beckett is actually good, and I'll be discussing why in this episode, so let's rock. Hey, what's up? Welcome to the channel. It's GVN, where we review movies, series, animations, comics, and video games. Now, this episode is all about Beckett. Formerly, it was titled Burn to be Murdered. I know, that's like quite grim, Burn to be Murdered. But then, that was what it was titled before, and it stars John David Washington and Alicia Vikander. Now, here's the thing. I love John David Washington, same way I love his dad. I mean, I've said it before, and I'll say it again. Just title a movie with Denzel's name, like black screen, Denzel Washington, and I'll most likely watch that movie. And it seems to be rubbing off that same way for me with his son, John. I remember watching Tenet. I don't care what many people say about the movie. I really enjoyed it. It's a solid 9/10 for me. I liked his acting in it. And then this one was one that I was also looking forward to. So when I saw the trailer with him, you know, normal day, and then next day, Mr. Man, they run up and down because he's getting shots left, right, up and down. It looked fascinating to me. I was like, okay, I'll give this a watch. So it was released some days ago on Netflix, and I watched it. Now, quick disclaimer. The first, say, 20 to 25 minutes of the movie might just make you snooze and say skip next movie, because it's like a slow burn, right? I mean, I had to ask myself, okay, because this thing had not hooked me, I had to ask myself, when will it actually get good? I mean, and for the first time in a long time, I actually tried to check the time code to scroll to see what's up, because I really did not. Okay, so from the trailer, you will see that Alicia Vikander in this movie is his girlfriend, right? Maybe they were written to be some sort of awkward couple that have maybe an history of bad stuff that happened to them in the past or something, but I did not really feel the chemistry between them. It wasn't, they did not gel. Honestly, they're wearing like an instant on-screen couple for me. So a lot of things about it initially did not really like hook me in. So that's why I'm giving you guys a full disclosure now, the disclaimer about it, that it might not get you in the first 20-25 minutes, but just be patient with it and you'll be rewarded at the end of the day. So, you know, moving forward, as we saw from the trailer initially, we could surmise that dude that was just having a regular vacation with his girlfriend gets into an accident, and next thing you know is running for his life, and we are trying to find out the why. And moving forward, we can see that the guy that's Beckett in this movie, played by John, he really, man, he was all over the place, just trying to survive. Like, yo, I mean, and you know, you've seen it in a couple of movies that involve Americans as foreign nationals in another country, right? They are just like, let me just get to my embassy. Once I get to my embassy, I'll be good, right? But then now imagine even feeling the same fear that you had within the city, because this was in Greece, right? Now feeling the same fear that you had running for your life in a country where like 80% or more of the people do not speak your language. So it's now like, how are you going to survive? How are you going to get to your embassy? Like, yo, should you just quit and die? But, you know, Beckett had such a will to live. So it wasn't a born to be murdered case for him. It was a will to live case for him. And he really fought hard for his life. He decided that, yo, I am not going to die. This is my life and it's worth fighting for. And I really liked the way the story progressed afterwards, after the boring initial part. Now, there is one particularly funny scene in the movie. Now, this movie is not trying to be comedic in any way, but there was one particular scene in the movie that was very funny to me, where Beckett tries to run. You know, when you are running, when you see in all these movies that someone is running and then maybe they point a gun at someone in a car or someone on a bike, you just elbow the person and, you know, take the bike and run. Beckett tried to do that when he was running for his life, but then so he tried to do that with a woman on a Vespa, and he couldn't just get her to get off the bike. And then she says something. Now, this really stuck out to me, because if you played Assassin's Creed Odyssey, especially as Cassandra, right? Cassandra, when something crazy happens, you know, she will say, Malaka.
Malaka. Malaka.
Now, Malaka in Greek is asshole. Like, that's like an insulting term, right? And then in this movie, that lady also says the same thing after Beckett tries to steal a bike, but he could not get a bike, so she pushes him away and shouts, "Malaka!" So I think that part was actually funny, and that was one of the little things that made me find this movie charming. One thing I would say John was able to convey in this movie for a fact is he was able to sort of keep me at the edge of my seat always, especially in the ending of the second act, towards the third act, into the end. He was able to do that, and I really, really did like that, because you have to understand that unlike like Tenet, the last movie he acted in, right? In this one, it's just a regular Joe. It's just a regular guy that was on vacation and then now he's running from people that are shooting, and really they are vicious. Like, yo, they really, really wanted to get at him. And it was now a case of him running for his life, and he found himself in the middle of some sort of crazy conspiracy and him just trying to go. So, for the most part, yes, the movie gets to engage you, especially like I said earlier, second arc into the third arc of the movie. Yes, it engages and it's able to deliver on what it said. Now, the movie ended and there was a part that it was still leaving me wanting on, which was sort of off-putting for me, because I was like, okay, now you've done all this. And you guys will see that scene in the movie later on, because it's like, he did this, but then we are not seeing the results of that. Instead, we just end it on something. So I feel like they maybe shot an extra scene, but they just said during editing that, let's take this off. Maybe it was some sort of afterthought. That's what I think. I might be wrong, but that's what I think. So at the end of the day, overall, Beckett, is it worth watching? My humble opinion, yes. Beckett gets a rating of 6/10 from us here at GVN. Watch this video next to check out some of our other dope reviews on the channel. It's been your boy Tech for GVN. Have a good one. Peace.